Alright, so we're back after a short break. Gotta turn this down. Hold on a second. A little louder than I expected. 100 Mega Shock! This is Fight Fever. It's commonly known as, well, a lot of people think it's one of the worst fighting games of all time, but I wouldn't put it in my bottom 100. Worst on the Neo Geo. Yes, I would say that, because, I mean, SNK made almost all the Neo Geo fighting games. It's by Viccom, who, jeez, was a Korean developer. The only other game that I think they released was the much superior fighting game, Eye of Typhoon, which unfortunately was only on MS-DOS and 3DO of all things. I am getting that hell ripped out of me. I can't get special moves to work really. Before I started recording, I was testing moves in against a dummy in 2P mode. Oh, there goes one. Might have done one without paying attention either, too, but they're not coming out very well. Might get the uppercut, might get the fireball, but they're not. They're not coming out as easily as they were in 2-player mode for some reason. And this Chica and her kicks is starting to get on my nerves. She's saying, you're done for? Anyway, Viccom was headed by a man named Kim Kap-Fwan, which, if you're familiar at all with SNK, you know that name. That's where they got the name from. They named him after this dude in tribute. Now see, it says level 4 at the bottom, and I was dicking around with the whatchamacallit. God damn it. See, it's not working. Dip switches, and I couldn't figure a way to lower difficulty. And being as, I wouldn't say I'm a scrub, because I don't even pretend to be good, but seeing as how I'm not great, your boy isn't good at fighting games. I'd like to lower the difficulty so I can actually have a chance. Jeez. Yeah, this game is pretty dire. I will say that. It's pretty bad. And getting wrecked as hard as I am isn't making any less fun. Dude, lay off my dick like that. But I will say that having played far worse fighting games, this does not even rank in my bottom 100. Anyway, I was going to have this done earlier, but every time I tried to even play anything, let alone try to record something, which again, this is only the first time I've tried recording something, but this month, but got somebody right outside, kids in fact, even as far, that was ass, even as late as like 3 a.m. setting off big ass fireworks right outside my window. See, I was pulling out his grenades like really easily in 2-player mode. It was so easy. Now all I can do is the head charge, which doesn't really do much if going head first into his attack. Come on, Fawn. Oh. Anyway, but honestly, the last few weeks, I just have not had a lot of, well, I guess in common parlance, it's spoons. But since I like fighting games, I prefer to say I'm low on meter, or when talking to other people that play games, mana. I just haven't had the energy to really do much. I played pretty much the last thing I really put any sort of gameplay into was Shredder's Revenge, and even that was a couple of weeks ago at this point. So, today has been 8 weeks since my surgery, and even though I was supposed to start feeling better in 4, I still keep hurting, especially if I try to do anything. But oh, I guess I did win. It looked, I could see that my energy was, not even close to being out, but the way they made it, it was like it was a double KO, or maybe even just I lost. Ugh. Quit trying to hug me, you sweetie little bastard. Gotta wonder what fighting games' obsession with tribal Brazilian guys was back in the day. I mean, at least, what's her name? Rilla in Breakers is considered a hottie by most, but you get these tribal beasts or like fat guys all over from Brazil. Like, they don't have cities and shit or something. I mean, yes, I think it's fine to have some tribal character in your games, but stop making them all come from the same goddamn countries. Well, at least I finally won a match. Is this my second match? I've been half paying attention to my own grousing more than I have playing. But anyway, yeah, still hurt 8 weeks after surgery. Even if I'm not doing something, I'll start hurting. And the doctors just say, well, you're not showing signs of anything worse, so you're probably just taking longer to heal. Well, you know what? It's been almost 2 months to the day, and it's not. It's debilitating. It's, again, with these rapid kick things, I need to stop. As it was Friday, I was feeling so bad that I actually had to take off work, even though my entire job is done sitting on my couch. I just couldn't. I just did not have the strength to do it. I hurt too much when I woke up at like 5 a.m. Ah, so close. And then everything over the last few weeks, over the last couple of years, it's been kind of hard. But just over the last couple of weeks, especially, just been drained. Like, I don't feel like doing anything. And then, did he steal that move from Hanzo and Fuma from World Heroes? Anyway, yeah. It also took me a while to find a working ROM. Apparently, the ROM that I had been using on the same version of MAME this whole time, decided I have like 5 different versions of MAME, because sometimes the ROMs I have will break on newer versions, so I keep legacy versions around. Shit. But the one I had didn't work on any version. I don't update the standing version that... Oh, I accidentally chose her again. I didn't want to do that. Anyway, I don't update the version I have. I just go and get a new version. So I have like 4 or 5, I think, versions. That way my games... I don't have to go and find a new ROM every time an update breaks that ROM. But for some reason, the one I had that I had played previously, which is how I knew before playing today that the game was ass, and not just mimetic morons on the internet parroting each other, decided it didn't want to work. I swear that win post doesn't look physically possible, even for something like this. Just like fucking floats there for a second. Anyway, yeah, just decided it didn't want to work anymore. I don't know why. It just didn't. No, I jumped right into that. So I had to, and I downloaded like 10 tries, and each one was missing a file that I couldn't find elsewhere, so I finally found it and was able to put this together. I think next time I'm going to play an actual good game. I know part of this the point of this series is to showcase lesser known titles, but and most of the lesser known titles are because they suck, or not really suck, but are just not great. But maybe I'll pull out a hidden gem somewhere, or maybe I'll just sorry, like I said, fuck, no energy. Running low on meter. Ugh, you bitch. Yeah, maybe I'll just play something mainstream that people like. Another close one. Dude. Is he like supposed to be cowering behind his shirt? Or is he trying to intimidate him with his abs? Check out these abs, blah. Oh, that was nice. Regardless, I don't want to exclusively play games that I don't like. Because, everything I do for this channel are just what I feel like doing at a given moment in time. Only restricted by, technological issues, pretty much. Like, like how certain games I can't get to run properly. But yeah, I think the next game I'll play will actually be something I enjoy. Jeez. Now see that a lot of these moves just have I think why they look so awkward, like they're just floating there, is because the frames of animation are just balls. Like, it's almost as bad as, but not even close to. I should amend that statement. It reminds me, though, of Shrek Fairy Tale Freakdown on the Game Boy Color, where his drop kick is basically one frame. You're standing, then he's in the air, then he's back on the ground. But these ones aren't quite as bad, but it's like they go from standing to in the air without like a jump. Or the jump has missing frames and it looks like they're just floating in air. Yabe. God, I turned off my fan because I didn't want the fan noise to. Oh, now she's just hitting my feet. What are the hitboxes in this game? Jeez. Lay off of me, lady. I think I'm just going to play until I lose next. Hopefully I can make it to the end. Not likely, but you know, I'm just tired of this game already. Especially since, you know, I can't get the specials to work as fluidly as they do in two-player mode for some reason. Is that a known issue with this game that I haven't heard about before, or is it a me issue? Yeah. Yet the point of this channel is pretty much just to showcase games that I feel like playing. The ultimate goal is not to beat each game. It's just to show it off. Because, you know, one, again, my feet. One, most people may not have heard of Fight Fever or a couple other, or many of the other titles I've played. And, you know, even with the stuff that's mainstream, it's just what I feel like playing at the time. Even then, not everybody's heard of every mainstream thing game. Oh, cool. I don't know what. Pressing A. Nothing's happening. I don't think. I mean, you know, not my A button, but what was shown as what I've got mapped as A button. Maybe I should have rubbed my thumb over him like that. I don't know what button to press to strike either. Anyway, Viccom did make another fighting game, Eye of the Typhoon, as it's known in English. I'm not going to even try and remember what the Korean name is. He just shows me his dome. Is that a taunt or is that a counter? Fuck. Yeah, Eye of the Typhoon. Sadly, the Neo Geo port was cancelled and it only ever came out on 3DO and MS-DOS. I did see that I think it's Limited Run Games actually re-released the 3DO version, which maybe it wasn't Limited Run, maybe it was another one of those outfits, one of those limited printing outfits. I guess I'm done though. They re-released the 3DO version. Now, you know, it was expensive though, and I don't own a 3DO, so basically I didn't really care, or didn't really bite for that, but I heard rumblings of a potential port somewhere else, which would be nice. It'd be good for more people to play that. But, okay, that was Fight Fever. Again, pretty shitty, but, you know, not the worst game ever. Like I hear a lot of people put on their lists. And yeah, that was something. Good night, folks.